All right, my friends, Aaron Michael Eschenberg here, bringing you your honest astrology for the 13th of November, 2019. We've got a big few days ahead. Big couple of days ahead. We've got a big week ahead, all right? A lot is going on now. We've been focused so much on the release, right? This big full moon that we just experienced, all right? The moon stable in Taurus, all right? Our emotional moon stabilizing as we're going through so much change, okay? The change is necessary. The release is necessary. Letting go is necessary. And that has been a focus now for a while, is the release and the letting go, right? Well, today, the moon is moving into Gemini, okay? And it's happening at like 3:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. So, I want to show you, what is Gemini all about? It's all about information. I'm going to show you the chart here in a second. I'm going to walk us through this day because the moon is making a lot of aspects throughout the day. When it first comes in the morning, around the time most folks are going to work, 9, 10 in the morning, all right, information coming in, the moon is going to make a sextile over to Chiron in Aries, okay? This is healing information. Let me just show you what's going on here because there's a lot. All right? So here we go. We see this sextile happening here at 9 a.m., okay? We see a sesqui-square happening up here to Saturn, okay? That means we're applying discipline to whatever information our emotional moon is learning. Our emotions, we're learning new things, okay? And we have to, this can be like the boss right top of the morning giving you some crap, but maybe it's necessary for us to, expand. It's necessary for what we need to know right now, whatever information's coming up. And as you see, of course, Saturn's still connecting to our planet of expansion, Neptune. All right. Mars still connecting with our other planet of expansion, Jupiter. Jupiter, of course, expansion within the third dimension, our physical reality. And Neptune is our expansion mentally, imagination, dreams, the non-physical, right? So Jupiter physical and Neptune non-physical. Okay, so we have this sesqui-square, which is like an annoying aspect. It's that teacher coming down on us or the boss coming down on us. But we're able to take this for our own expansion and, emotional depths. All right, and now you see here 16 degrees, 24 space minutes in retrograde. So Saturn and Mercury are going to have an exact trine today. All right, and what else is happening? The sun at 20 degrees and a couple hours later is going to make a perfect trine, or a perfect sextile to Pluto. Very transformational day, okay? Very transformational day. Because what? Pluto's home sign is Scorpio, all right? Death and destruction, transformation, the birth, the rising from the ashes, all right? That's what it's all about. We're learning this new information. New information is coming in today that's going to learn, so that we can rise from who we were. We've been doing the releasing. We've been doing the letting go, okay? So it's about new information coming in. That's what Gemini is all about. Now, all right, when I was a kid, there was a point in time where I remember it was like butter. You eat butter. And then it was like, no, butter's bad for you. Butter is terrible. You need margarine. And then as time progressed, what was it? Nope, actually, we were wrong. Margarine's actually bad for you. You want butter. Now it's like, oh, not butter, you want coconut oil. And it's like, well, not coconut oil because, there's we can't sustain the coconut oil, so back to butter again. Or olive oil, but definitely not vegetable oil because that's terrible for you. Or it was like what? We used to ride horses. That was our main mode of transportation. Then we had cars, right? And then they were loud and obnoxious and terrible, and get those things out of here. You're scaring my horse. Well, time changed. We adapted. We started using cars for the vehicles for the majority of our transportation around the globe, right? Horses are still used, but for the main source of transportation, it's vehicles, motor vehicles. And now what? We progress. We move forward in this direction. This is good, right? Motor vehicles are great. Yeah, we can get from A to B much faster. We don't have, to bear the weather on us, the sun beating down on us, or the harsh winds, or the rains and snow, like we did. I've never really ridden a horse. I rode a pony once. Beside the point. So, and now it's like, well, we can look now and we see, Tesla Motors and all these companies creating these electric cars, right? Well, why? We have the Earth's over, 3 million billion years, however long this planet's been alive. It's whatever. The Earth's created X amount of fossil fuels, and we use those to create petroleum. And now, in the 100 years that motor vehicles have been popular, we've used half of the Earth's supply, So this is not sustainable. So we have to find new ways. We have to think of new ways to create a sustainable living, right? So we've been doing all this releasing. We can't, if we're always focused on releasing, if we're always focused on letting go of something, then we always feel we have to let go of something. Everything is in balance. That's what I love about astrology. Everything is in balance. So it's about new information coming in. And the fun thing about Gemini is it's a lot of information, okay? And it's the good information and the bad information, or the right information and the wrong information. And it's up to you to discern the difference in which one is right. So it's like, okay, well, what's right for us? I still drive a petroleum vehicle. Would I like to have a Tesla? Sure, but I'm not there right now in my life. So, but I know I need to make changes. You know what I mean? It's just like we have to make progressions, or thinking about the future, or thinking about, better for the environment, So there's a lot of new information coming in today of how we can live a more healthier, sustainable life. We've been doing a lot of releasing, and we've been focusing on being stable, grounded during all of this change. We don't want to fly off the handle. We don't want to say, no, I can't do it. No, I can't let go of this. You know what I found? Hands down for me, for this whole full moon, these past 2 days of the moon connecting with Uranus, and it was coffee. I had to get rid of coffee in my life. I have to get, to an alkaline, not an acidic. So that was my personal thing. It's just like, oh, cool. And now it's going to be, a bit of a struggle, but the reward, and then what, the reward is obviously greater to have an alkaline system. For me, I'm not against coffee, but it's not good for me. So now it's just like, okay, exploring more teas, because of course you love warm beverages in a cold day like this. You get 8 inches of snow outside. Yeah, I want something warm to sip on. So now it's exploring different routes, different things for me that are going to be alkaline. So how does this apply for you? Now, all the information's coming in, all right, so let's go back to this chart here. And we're going to see the moon progress. Now, this is at 1 p.m. because it's going to make some serious connections. So this is the Saturn connection happening, okay? And it's just, I just can't get over enough how beautiful it is that Mercury is an exact sextile to Saturn, and the Sun is an exact sextile to Pluto. Excuse me. Okay. If this isn't, let's not talk about what it's not. Let's talk about what it is. This is the epitome of what we've been working on, focusing on for the past few weeks. Okay. This connection happening right here. This is like solidifying it. It's making it real, bringing ourselves to the bottom, and growing. Okay. 16 degrees, almost 16 degrees. So Mercury, as we move forward here, will create a perfect sextile today as well to Neptune. Or a perfect trine. My goodness. Where's my head? Mercury retrograde. Putting my words before. So, so it's like we have the discipline, we have the strength to bring this, to manifest this into reality. Now you start to begin to see this faint line right here start to pop up. Because this is our emotional body. This is all about the feels. Gemini is all about thinking. Okay? But the moon is about feeling. And what is the moon starting to connect with? Venus, a little planet of love. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful connection. So what this is saying is we're going to be caught in the crossroads, and watch, we just keep it going on here. All right, now you see that sesqui-square to Mars. So it left Saturn, it left this discipline from Saturn, and is now connecting with our relationships, our, partnerships, business partnerships. There is some tension going on here, but it's positively, as you see this sextile between Mars and Jupiter. Mars, of course, is our planet of action. Okay, we're moving forward in this direction. This is the last week Mars is going to be here. All right, it's going to take 2 years for Mars to get back here. This is very important to focus on our relationships right now. And who? There's a lot of, the death of our relationships, not, hopefully not leaving this planet, but meaning, relationships are ending. And new relationships, even stronger relationships, more beautiful relationships are forming. Okay? And we have to understand the difference between who we're leaving behind and who we're bringing with us, okay? Because we don't need to get in our head. With these Gemini twins here, we have to follow our heart. Heart. Okay? The moon is all about feels, Venus is all about feels, and Venus being up here in Sagittarius is about having faith. Faith in our journey, faith in our mission. We don't need to see the entire road in front of us as we're driving from one place to another in the middle of the night. We just have to trust our headlights are going to shine the way, and that we're going to know when to veer left and when to veer right. We can be driving on cliffs and valleys and mountains on one side and a valley on the other, but we're going to see the guardrail. We're going to see exactly what we need to see to maneuver where we got to go in life. Okay, there's not going to be some surprise you're going to be smacked upside the head with. And especially if we're retaining any of that stability that we created back here. Okay. And as you see, this even is a shaky, a shaky slope here. Uranus is the great awakener. This is the big, the unexpected. Waha! And Mars is beginning to create an opposition there. All right, which is going to be going on for several weeks as we're dealing with relationships into business partnerships, and we'll talk about Scorpio when we get there. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but it's beginning that opposition. It's a funky side because this is an earth sign and this is an air sign, so the opposition is obviously when it's going to come here into the water sign of Scorpio, but we're still feeling it. So it's just like we have to release some of this old stuff to follow our hearts to this beautiful new path. And this beautiful new path here, as you see now, we got this other one right there from Jupiter, and that's a loose square to Chiron, okay, healing our hearts. So we're about the feels. New information is coming in that we're feeling. Okay. Now we talked last Friday about it was about 9/11 and the Earth's magnetic pole. Now the heart is the magnetic pole here. When we feel is when that's when we're connecting to other people, when we're feeling it, not just thinking it, getting out of our heads and getting into our heart space. So it's important when we're confronted with the Gemini twins over the next couple of days here. All right. You got an angel on the shoulder and a devil on the other, whispering little, something's in your ear trying to get you to go on which direction. Well, which direction do we go on? The path of the heart. The path of the heart wins, and we have to have faith in the heart in our journey. We have to have faith that we are putting one foot in front of another that is leading us to the right relationships, the proper relationships where we grow, right? So a lot of new stuff coming in today, a lot of good energy over the next couple of days as we're dealing a lot with feeling, okay? And this is oxymoronic because Gemini is not about feel. It's about information. Information. But the aspects, the moon being there, Venus being opposed in Jupiter, or in Sagittarius, it's about the heart. It's all about the heart. And it's going to continue. We got this for 2 days, and then what's going to happen? Of course, the moon's going to go home to Cancer, which is about the feels, right? And it's going to continue to create that grand water trine. So we have a lot of feeling coming up, the information coming up today, and it's up to us to discern on what we have to do, where we need to go. If the margarine or the butter is better for us, if it's tea or coffee, if it's water or soda pop or whatever is going on. So we're faced with a couple of these choices and decisions. Heart wins. The heart wins the day. So whatever's going on, again, you can get through it. All right. And Gemini is a mutable sign. So it's easily adaptable and changeable. So when we have that authoritative figure in the morning that might be coming down, or something might be, we can deal with it. Just, take it with a grain of salt and let it roll off. Let it just kind of roll off and get on and just follow your heart. And it's going to put us, and whatever information is coming from the outside source is going to further propel us in the right direction. The sun in the depths of Scorpio, sextile exactly to Pluto, we can expect great change today. Okay? Mercury, our planet of communication, which is ruled by Gemini, exact sextile to Saturn. We can expect to learn something very deep, very heavy. We can expect that whatever's going on upstairs, we're going to implement into a practice. Saturn makes things perfect. Okay, this is a very exciting aspect. Those sextiles is a very creative energy. Okay, it is a very, very creative energy, very positive aspect. Okay. I'm excited. I'm very excited. And again, we have this grand water trine and kite back. Okay? So we're living it up right now. Everything that's going on, we're supposed to be feeling, we're supposed to be hearing, we're supposed to, learn. And that's it. We don't have to talk too much about it. Have a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. Is it? It is Wednesday. All right. Have a beautiful Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.